Why do we spend money? That is a pretty easy question because we spend money as a tool in order to get what we need, what we want for living, for eating, for transportation, by all means. We use money as a tool. So the question is, why do we save money? We save money so that way we get what we need in the future. That's what we all hope for. So the question is, have you tested it? How does it feel like it when you actually retire? So that's why I exactly did it. I kind of guinea pig myself, tested myself, see how I'm gonna feel. 2024 is here. Welcome. And my name is Mira. Really good to see you today. And today is like, I just feel like, to be honest, people got excited, people got overwhelmed, and get ready for a new year. And some people fail, some people win. That's all the game that we all play every year. But for me is that I just don't want to jump in too fast, and I want to take it, not like being slow, like take it like a moment to see what exactly am I going. So I took a day off on January 1st, and I took it actually off from the computers and all the too many social media stuff. I just took it off and see like how I'm going to operate my life, like to see why do I actually want it, and I discovered myself that I want freedom. Freedom is that from freedom of finance, freedom or debt, freedom or pretty much like you don't have to report to anybody, like you just have this freedom of peace. So, and I didn't really cook meals too much of it. I used the pre-cooked all meals that I already have, from last year. Easy to say that because a day ago. So I use things from freezer that I already cooked. I feel my family have vegetables and fruits that we always eat with. So it is pretty comforting knowing that, I can do it. You can do it too. So no spend January, it is a pretty much like set in, like giving you a gear, giving you a taste, giving you a test that if you do more and more saving, or if you do systematically saving, you will have a freedom that you always dream of. It might not be a glorious life. It might not be a, every day $1 million income. I'm not saying that, This channel is not like greedy channel, so it's not, I won't be giving tips about super rich channel and like just go, go after it. It's not like this. This channel is more about, moderations and being mindful about it. So with that thing, I'm gonna talk to you a few things. And I know like sounds like maybe a little bit of, I want you to stick around and at least try to listen to it, see this message is about, because I really hope that you get something out of it and help you somehow in your life, not just only finance, maybe in some part of your life too. So number one is mindful. Mindful is about, if we are mindful about it, our actions. Like not necessarily not spending anything at all. Also, not just throwing things away that we already have that can be able to useful in February even, or maybe next year even. So that is kind of like being mindful. For example, like this cup, like I have this for a few years now. And as I mentioned it before, that I do not have too many cups in the house, That's a few reasons I like clean, keep it simple in the house. So mindful is that, let's say I have this cup and I really like it. It doesn't mean that I'm just gonna go and buy thousands of cups next day. That leads me to next step, which is the consequences. Aware of the consequences. So because I like this cup, I go and buy thousands of them. It gonna, two things right away, it happen. One is I'm gonna spend lots of money that I don't need to. Number two is that it's gonna declutter in my whole house. And I don't even know where to put them. In the garage or in the bedroom, under the bed. I don't know about that. So I don't think I would choose ever with those things. But some of the things decisions are like come up with the pressures, come up with the peer pressure, come up with a lot of, you didn't even know that you were being pressured. Family members, your friends, they are not wrong. It doesn't mean they are right either. So you have to be very mindful about your decisions, whether you're buying it, whether you're not spending it, whether you are not throwing away, whether you are repurposing it or not. It all matters. So being mindful about it. It doesn't mean that I don't want you to feel like, freaking out about making a decision. Absolutely not. Just pay attention to it. And as number 2 is a consequence. When you pay attention to what your decision is, when you pay attention on your consequences, and you know that you don't want to end up with being broke, you don't want to end up with spending a lot of junk in the house, you feel those pain before it happens. That actually helps. In the house, I have this rule. When one coming in, 2 must go out, or 1 must go out, because we cannot to keep everything in the house or in our mind. Otherwise, if we keep buying things, then we have to start writing a list. I don't know, are you a list person? I am. I'll write it down. Organize the garage, organize the basement. These lists never end. But it's just kind of like never ending list. I say, why don't we just forget about the list even, not even started it from the beginning. So the consequence, paying attention to the consequences is extremely important. That will help you in no spend January or no spend week, no spend year. You like it so much that you want to do it every month, no spend even. Let me know if you're one of them. I like no spend. I do it pretty much almost every month if I could do it. But there are times that I have to buy it. Then I go there, But otherwise, I just, no. And then I'll tell you some of my days in this week. It is pretty exciting. I'll tell you a little bit later. Number 3 is that knowing and keep the price in your eyes, right in front of you, mentally. Or you can write it down on the wall. Like I'm a wall person. I write everything's on the wall. On a piece of paper and stick on the wall. That's what I mean. Otherwise, I have to be painting a lot in the house. So knowing the goal is really important. Like for example, what is your goal? Like why you're saving money? I know you want to have a good retirement life, but how about right now? This is like pre-retirement, right? We are playing this pre-retirement game of like game that we are just hoping that one day we'll get there with lots of money and lots of happiness and lots of health and lots of joy and everything. But in pre-retirement game, that where we are right now, whether you're 18, whether you're 25, whether you are 55, it doesn't matter. What matters is like in this game that we are playing, how we're gonna get there, we have to make sure that every step that we're making decision, we have to be mindful about it, knowing the consequences, and also aware of our goal. So in order to get there. But number 4 is extremely important. I don't want you to forget this number 4. And I'll tell you about my couple experience on this week, what I got challenges myself. Number 4 is that don't forget to enjoy and content about where you are right now. And sometimes we always forget that we're so focused on the goal, we're so focused on whatever things that we're trying to do, we totally forget what we are doing, where we are right now. And I'm a worse of it, so I have to remind myself that, hey, Mira, you are where you are right now, and you need to enjoy this moment. So for example, like, go outside and take a walk. Nice air that we can breathe. There's a tree, there's a sky, we can enjoy it. If you're living in Chicago or New York or Bangkok or Shanghai, wherever, extremely crowded area, and still a joyful moment you can live. They may not be as tree as we have in Florida, but there are a lot of nice buildings that you can look into and see, wow, how this world is developed, all the great things that you can see into it. So enjoy it with your family that you have, and drink nice water that you can enjoy, Anything that you can do, like anything you already have. Don't worry about what you don't have right now. Like don't worry about, everybody wants something next day, I always have things that I want to do. I'm trying to buy land. I'm trying to pay off my mortgage. I'm trying to help my mom, trying to help my 2 brothers. I'm trying to do so many things. But can I do all of them in tomorrow? I don't know. God has a plan. I am working my hardest and my best that I could. The rest is God gonna handle it. I just put things in His hand and we'll figure it out. I don't argue with religion over here in this channel, nor in my personal life. I like God and I like Buddha. So I'm not going to argue here at all. And anything good is good. Anything we do good is gonna happen. So that's what I believe in it. The universe. So I say, when you're aware of it, in your current present time, you enjoy the rice that you have in the rice pot, the light that you have, the water coming out from the faucet that you can drink, everything. So I'm trying to ground it myself and enjoy these moments. So I'm going to tell you some of my experience that I have this week. So January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd. Today is a January 3rd that I'm making. I'm releasing this video tomorrow, which is pretty risky for me. But I just needed time slot for myself. You know, I still working, you know, I do my job and I'm, you know, taking calls and helping clients and everything. And, you know, I still check in and I did transfer, you know, transfer Tuesday physically myself on the computer. I did save up money. I did pay off some stuff, you know, pay off stuff, I mean like my mortgage, you know. But I also think about what kind of thing I want to do better in 2024. So what I did was like in January 1st, like my son was playing with this water thing, you know, the light up thing that I got it for his Christmas. And a Fight Below that you have this little thing, it light up and it shoot it a little fountain water, and it's kind of like broke. And so I was like, I feel like, oh, I was like, it didn't work, he said. So I feel like, oh no, you know, I feel sad. I was like, oh, I quickly go to Amazon, yeah, and start looking at it. Where's thing? I want to give it to my son, something that's working. Like my mother instinct or whatever instinct I kick in, I try to look at it. I like, holy cow, no, that is not, he's not starving. He's not in trouble. Why would I just go and look at something that he didn't even ask for, number one. Number two, nobody's crying, nobody's hurt. I don't have to just go and fix it, something that doesn't need to fix. Third is, I love my son, but I can show my son, love my son in a different way too. Don't just have to just pop in a thing, stop buying things for him. So I say, nope, click, 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 and I turn it off. I didn't even put it in the basket. I close it and then boom. Usually I put it in the basket and I think about, you know, a few days and then I change my mind. But now like, I didn't even put it in the basket. I delete it, bleep, bleep, delete it from my basket, and I close it out Amazon, and bye-bye Amazon, you know. I mean, it's just a thing that I got challenged on the first day. And then next day, I also got challenged that I want to do something for my friend or something. And I realized that, you know what, oh, and I excuse myself. I say, I have a budget, that I have a restaurant budget, I have a, you know, holiday budget. I can do so many things from there, you know, still. But the thing is like, I don't have to like go overboard myself, you know. I can be stay mirror and people are gonna stay love me who love me. You know, I don't have to do crazy stuff in order to show my love. You know, does it make sense? I'm the kind of person that I thought like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. So not like pleasing people. I used to please a lot of people. That I thought that's my job. But then I realized that that's not my job. I'm supposed to relax. So my point is that it's a lot of challenges, but I feel like I'm so proud of myself. I know I sound kind of bragging myself here. It's like January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd. You know, tomorrow is January 4th. When you're watching this video, it's January 4th. And I feel like, oh, this is pretty okay. And the last thing I want to let you know is like I also changed some behavior in the grocery shopping too. And I think I was gonna kind of hone in into talking about those things in next video about some of the grocery tips. So stay tuned, and I really appreciate you guys, everybody, and Happy New Year. And may your wishes and dream come true with all the ease and fun and joy, actually filled with joy in your heart, not just outside. The real joy, the real happiness, that you know what I'm talking about. Like you just feel it, that the happiness that you just know it is there. I hope you know what I'm talking about. And if you actually feel it, let me know like what kind of things make you really joyful. Sometimes big thing doesn't have to be lottery winning. Doesn't have to be big car, you know, arriving and driving in your whole, you know, driveway, arriving, you know, free. It's even better than that. You know, when your child's smiling and people are healthy, you know, people can eat food and people can take a walk on the park, you know. Those are the joyful, those are the moment that is, I hope that you can create more and more and many more years. I'll see you next video. Thank you.